Hello, Sagittarius. How you doing? It's Lynn from Tinkertarot, and I'm here to do your October reading. Good morning, Yvetta. Yvetta is a Reiki healer. Her business is called Tree of Life Reiki, or Reiki Tree of Life, I should say. And she gave me some Reiki on a few occasions. And I'm going to tell you, it was the healing and the clearing I needed. It was so good. And we did a trade, we traded. And it was really what I needed at the time. And it's funny how that energy comes to you, when you need it. So I was so blessed. Thank you, Yvetta. Hi, Houston Rose. How you doing? Nice to see you. And Max. I'm sorry I'm late. I was so bogged down and busy. I'm good. I'm good. I'm busy, crazy busy. I got a lot of things, a few plates spinning here. And I'm just trying to make time for everything. So I'm sorry about last month, but I was doing this intense course. There was so much to learn. It hurt my brain after a while. But anyway, I got through it and I passed. So that's the good thing. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I've dealt out most of your cards here, and it is very interesting. When I was shuffling, the Chariot jumped out. And the Chariot is a victorious card. You're victorious and you're moving on from some sort of indecision, feeling like thank you, Max, feeling like you're in two worlds in a way, and not balancing either one very, very much. I feel like you've made some decisions lately, that you're going in a new direction now. Okay. And so with that comes movement. The Chariot is on the move. It's rolling. It's a vehicle to transport you to somewhere else. Because I feel like you've been sitting in some limbo for a while and not really sure where to go, and didn't want to deal with it either, to tell you the truth. You were kind of just along for the ride, but now you're taking the reins, okay? And you're making decisions to move in a direction, not all of them, in a direction. Laid out here for you in your cards. Stay to the end, because I got to tell you this experience I had with past life regression. It was the coolest thing. But anyway, and I'm a Sagittarius too, so this affects me as well. But in your cards, it looks like we're in a 10. October is a 10. We just we're going through the equinox. We've gone through the full moon eclipse, which is endings and new beginnings. And the 10 is about endings and new beginnings. So you're right in this kind of doorway where you're ready to go through now. You're ready for something new. You feel this could be in a work pursuit, something that you've been doing, putting time and investing in, and it's been successful. It's been good. You're fine at it, but there's something different you want now. You want something new. You want to feel that creative process, that passion, and you just want change, because the 10 is they're in a doorway. If you look closely, you can see they're in a doorway and they're ready to go through now. Okay. And so that's where you are. I also feel like, in a way, that 10 of Pentacles is talking about a relationship that you could be in, friendship, love, whatever. And I feel like it's going to evolve to a new level. Okay. I think you may get an offer, or might be prepared to offer someone something more. Okay, so it's going to you're going to go through a doorway and go through a new level in this relationship. And I think it's going to come with some challenges. Okay, there could be a financial challenge in it in some way, because it could be involved in moving in together. Let's just say, I'm making this up, okay, or moving together somewhere else, starting something new. And I feel like there could be some challenges here for you, but I feel like you can handle it. You know, you can handle it. You're Sagittarius after all. And it's challenges, you know, like you can do it. The thing is that you network and you talk to people and you bounce things off of people, and by doing that it gives you new perspectives, ideas on how to move something forward, because sometimes our mind just isn't thinking of it. We're not thinking, you know, how do I do it? And I think that when you talk to others, when you network, it gives you more ideas, you know, all of a sudden it comes to you, all right? And you're realizing, I think, that there's options opening up to you too at this time. You could have offers, ideas, you could see opportunities in some way, and more than one, I feel like, where you want to direct your energies. So I feel like you have maybe two or three pursuits that you're following in a way, okay? And they could involve anything, you know, financial, where you're living, where you're working, who you're with, whatever. And you're working on a lot of these things at the same time. Just be careful not to spin too many plates, because you can get overwhelmed easily. You know, the more you have spinning, the more work you have to do. But I think you're in a good energy right now to but you're motivated, is what I guess I want to say. You're motivated to do all these things. In the past you weren't. It was like, I don't care, you know. But now you're like, oh, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that and I'm going to look that up. And you're probably making lists of all the things that you are working on right now and steps in that process, in those processes, okay? But it's a challenge you can handle. So, um, in the present, it shows you walking away from something that doesn't, is missing something for you. Okay. Again, could be your career, where you're living, whatever. And there's something, it's missing something for you. It's got a lot of good things. You know, maybe you have your freedom, maybe you have independence, maybe you have stability, maybe you have, you know, there's things there, but there's still something missing there for you, that it's not enough to hold you there. And I just said this in the Scorpio video. It feels like somehow the light has dimmed in this circumstance. Um, there might be limitations there, and there's just not enough light for you. Okay, not enough light. This could have to do with the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a successful person. They value their body, they value their bank account, they are stable and secure. Usually, they've mastered the lessons of the coin and themselves. They don't just take care of their property and their family, but they take care of themselves too, okay? And they probably have a well balanced wheel, so to speak. And it could be this person that's walking away from something, you know. This could be your energy too, Sagittarius. You're feeling well balanced, you're feeling stable, secure. But again, when we've reached the king, when we've reached the top of the ladder, there's something new that we want. There's something new we want to put our, because you're probably brimming with ideas, you know, and seeing opportunities where you couldn't see them before. Now all of a sudden you're seeing, why don't I do that? You know, why don't I try that? And so you're ready to expand yourself. Um, so whether this king is you or someone else, You're walking away from something that doesn't have meaning. This could be, um, where you're working, what you're doing. It could be a relationship where you're living. There's not enough light. So the dead center of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a couple of things. It's also a doorway, I want to point out. Also a doorway. So the Nine of Pentacles means we're very proud on what we've been able to accomplish so far. Nine of Pentacles is kind of a look back on where we've been and how did we get here. And we realize we've done pretty good. Some of you may not have everything. Some of you may have a lot of things: family, love, money, home. Some of you only may have, maybe you don't own your own home, but you're like where you are. It's appreciation of what you've been through, the hard work to get there. Whatever it is that you have, you're content in a way. It's also the Single card, and it's also maybe meaning that you want to be independent and free and on your own. You're ready to handle things on your own now, okay? Or this could be handling a particular thing in your life on your own. You're doing it yourself, and because you feel pride in yourself, you know that you can handle it. I think spiritually too, like not just spiritually, I mean, like, in that wheel of wellness, you're taking care of yourself better. You just know and accept who you are, really, and you're taking better care of yourself. There could be a possibility that a relationship goes through a separation, whether this is family, friend, or love. It could go through a separation because, or maybe not even separation, just, um, when you just need some time on your own or something like that, or they do something like this, okay? But I feel like this time on your own to think and gestate is going to bring you back together, okay? You're going to realize the value in this relationship. You want joy and love and peace and happiness. For you, that's the most important right now. And you don't want to miss out on anything. Like this Eight of Cups shows that it looks pretty good on the outside, but I would have to give up this if I stayed, you know. And so when you go through this process here of realizing your independence and your value, and then this is on both sides, whoever these people are, you and this friend, or you and this person, this relationship, um, you realize you still want the relationship. I'm willing to accept you for exactly who you are. These two people, I don't know if you know the story of Eros and Psyche, but they couldn't be more different. She is mortal and he is a god. And for her, both of them go through this time of, is this going to work? Can we be together? We're so different. And why are they with me? You know, Psyche's thinking, he's a god. Why does he want me? And he's thinking, she's perfect. Why does she want me? Can she really be with a god? You know? And so they're both going through the same thought process about the relationship. And it's one of the challenges in relationship. And they realize that I love that person. I love that person because they're not like me, because they bring something different to the table. And I know who they are and I love them. And I'm willing to live with that other side. It's an acceptance of ourselves and someone else or others. Because when we want people to accept us for who we are, we need to also do that for them. That's a valuable relationship. And so I feel like there's some sort of time spent where there's an appreciation time. First, it's for ourselves, and then it's for the other person. We realize, oh, I know they're quirky, or oh, I know they're picky, or oh, I know whatever it is that you thought you were missing before. I think you realize how much value you have, because we're not going to get everything out of somebody. Some of that comes from us, what we are going to put in, what we have to offer. We can't expect it all from that other person. So there's something like that going on here in a relationship where you're considering if it's of value to you. And I think you come to realize that it is. We are different, but it works somehow. It works. I love them. I love who they are. Actually, they pissed me off before with who they are, but I realize I love it too. It's not that bad, you know. So, thanks, Val. It's nice to see you too. And so in the Knight of Pentacles, you start to move forward slowly. It's almost like a bit of a new beginning because of this, because I feel like a relationship has evolved. Okay. You're, like I said before, at a new level now. And so it's like a new beginning, a fresh new beginning. Okay. You might feel like that, when you first got together, or when you first met that friend or that business associate or whoever, and it was fun. It was new, and it was a little bit butterfly, a bit nervous, and I feel like you're going to feel like that again, but it's going to move at a slower pace, not worrying about everything. Are we getting this, and are we keeping up with the neighbors? And it's not that kind of thing. It's different. It's tender. It's tender. Okay, but it's slow. You can just take it easy here. There's no rush. It's not a race. Slow energy, moving forward slowly. Okay. I also feel like there's a possibility you could be thinking about investing in something, and I believe you are going in that direction, because knights are action cards. They're about moving forward, but the knight goes very slowly, carefully, takes their time, and is sensible. It's sensible moves, right? And so yeah, you're considering investing in something new, whether it's to do with the inner or outer. You're moving in that direction. So, but I think it's about this relationship that's moving in this direction. In the future, which is near the end of October, you have the Ten of Wands, the Star, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So in the Ten of Wands, it's a completion card in October, which is the 10. And it's where you may feel a bit, you got like a 10, 8, 10 here. It's step forward, step back, step forward. Okay. But the 8 is also a step forward card. So there's a lot of movement forward. I think that you have a few things going on, and so you could be a bit overwhelmed. You could have something that you've been working on for a long time, and you're able to complete the task, but you're a little worn out finally when you're finished. It's about being overwhelmed, and kind of pooped, and feeling like you're doing it all on your own. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of responsibility too, but you're determined. You take something to its completion. You're not a half-ass person. You You like to get the job done and finish it. If I said I'll do it, I'll do it. You know, you like to complete a task. But even while you're overwhelmed, you've won. You've done it. You know, you've completed it. You could be a bit tired at this point to appreciate that you've completed it, that you've done it, but you have. So that's what I want to let you know. It's victory again. And with that, you have the star. And the star is about knowing that everything's going to turn out fine. You know, I can't get worried about this. I can't let this control me. I can't uh, fear what ifs, you know. I'm just going to let the energy take it, and I know that it's going to turn out because I know I'm trying. I know I have good karma. I know I'm doing the right thing. So I'm not going to get all mind boggled in the details of, the stuff. So it's really, really nice energy. It's about having faith, just having faith. I can't be worried about the small stuff. Okay. Um, Then you have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. I think also, too, you get a hopeful message that brings makes you realize what it all was for. I think you get a message that's coming back to you, sort of that you're happy about, because I think that there's something that you're unsure of. You're not really sure how this is going to work out. And you're like, I don't know. I really don't know. So you're just throw your hands up in the air. There's nothing I can do. I just have to wait and see. And then you get a message that is I think, a very good, inspiring message. And it's a message of change. That change is coming, something different is happening. I think it's successful message too. Okay. And it shows that you're going to be working very hard. The Eight of Pentacles is about putting the time and energy in, remodeling your house, working on your business, really putting time and energy in. You may even be working into the night, have odd hours that you have where you have the right energy to do it. I'm not sure, but this is very busy energy. Okay. And I think sometimes, because you could be learning, like I said last month, I was taking that course and it was so much information. I was taking a security guard course, and you have to learn so much in that. I didn't even realize all this stuff, but you need to learn the law, some basic principles about the law. You need to learn about like criminal investigation and how to preserve a scene, because you might be the only person there where something happened. You need to learn about all the different places, all kinds of alarm systems, how to put out fire and what to put it out with, and all kinds of stuff. And just some of it, I was like, oh God, my head hurts. And this is, there could be some sort of anxiety with what you're working on, because you're working a lot, it looks like to me. Okay. And whatever it is you're learning, because I feel like you're getting a lot of information, is what I feel like. And you got to find a way to organize it, or to clear yourself after, to kind of, or take a break, step away, find ways to get through it. Okay. To get through it. But it's a lot of, could be a lot of pressure in a way, is what I'm feeling like. Okay. And you're able to do it. I want to remind you to go back to the Knight of Pentacles. Don't feel like you have to do everything either, because sometimes you're like that, Sagittarius, where you take it all on and say yes to everything, and you just really don't have time for all that. You're overextending yourself. So be careful not to do that. Take it slow, okay? One thing at a time. So I also have the Morgan Greer deck, and this was gifted to me by Yvetta, which is on here right now with us. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. And this is the Morgan Greer deck, and I have always wanted this deck. And I don't know why I never went and got it, but it's one I've always admired. And so she gifted it to me. She sent it to me. And so I'm using them now. I really like them. So let's see, because I pre shuffled and thought of you, Saggy. Let's see what you'll have here. Oh, I like it right away. So look at that. That's pretty cool. So judgment, rebirth, right there. Rebirth. You're ready for something new. And there's something inside of you that you have accepted or accepted about your life, realizing your limitations, realizing your happiness and what you want, what you don't want and what you want now. You've come to realize that and accept it. The magician, just the sheer vastness of your skills, because I think you're skilled in a lot of things, Sagittarius. Sagittarius likes variety. They like to try a little bit of this. I'm going to play the guitar, and I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to, you like to learn. You like to juggle a few things, because you have a lot of interests, and with all those different things that you've learned over time, all those jobs you had, and you thought, geez, can I not keep a job down? Well, you're meant to learn a variety of skills. You're a variety person. And the magician is saying, you can put some of those skills together and put them to work. You're very creative and capable, and you can see something and how to do it. You can see something working in your head. Like, and so for you, you have a decision to make on which direction. That's the only decision the magician has, because I think you do have options here. And so you need to know, you need to decide which one to go for, because I don't think it's wise to try and juggle 3 jobs. Okay, let's just say. Okay? This is where you're going to get yourself into the 9 of swords. So pick a direction and focus yourself on it and work on it, okay? And pick a direction you do, because then you have the Fool. So the Fool is the new beginning. You could be beginning this, complete it, ready for it by November, okay? Or the beginning of the year. Because the Fool is knows that he's prepared, knows he has everything he needs, and he's off in that direction now. And the Magician makes it happen. The Magician is an action card, because he takes all the things in the cupboard and makes a recipe out of it. Before, they were that was just sugar, that was just peas, that was just, and he puts them all together and says, and makes a dish. And others of us are baffled. Wow, I would have never thought of that. Oh my God. And so you're doing this, Sagittarius, okay? And the time is ripe. You're ready. In the present with the Morgan Greer. Ooh, 2 kings. 2 kings. So we have the Hierophant here, first of all. And the Hierophant is about evolving to a new level. And you may do this from training of some sort. You may be going to school, taking a course online. You're developing yourself again. Also, this could be working in an institution. The Hierophant is a lot about the university, the prison, the hospital, their institution places, big government kind of places. And so with the Hierophant, there is a strict code of how to do it and all this sort of stuff. So there's a respect for the system in a way, okay? And you could be working with these 2 fellas right here, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. One is very successful, stable, secure. This person, like I said before, with the King of Pentacles, because you've already had them, and you have them like doubled right on top. This is so strong. This person in your life. I think this person, and part of it is your energy too, because I think one of the reasons you're going in this new direction is for stability and security. You want to feel more stable. You want a backup plan. You want to know that there's something there for you when you need it. This is, I think it's planning your future. It really is, because you've grown, you're heading into a new time of life, whether you're heading into your 30s, your 50s, whatever it is. You're heading into a new time of life, a new you. And so you want stability in your life right now. So part of this is your energy, and part of this is someone at possibly at the training or at the institution that is, I think, sees light in you, actually. And then there's the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is, you know, they make decisions from the heart, how it makes them feel. This is also part of you, Sagittarius. You are wise and you're smart, but now you've involved your heart, and you're thinking, does this feel right? It's about how it makes you feel now. You're not just doing it because of this or because of that. You want it to feel right, okay? And so also, I think this could be a person also at this site, this building or this learning module place, who is very kind, sensitive. This is a really nice balance of these two people, because one is serious, driven, creative. The King of Cups is creative too, but they have this beautiful, sensitive side. This person could have feelings for you. They could be, but there's one thing about this person that you should know, okay? One thing about the King of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles does not get up and spend their energy unless they see the value in it. Okay? They need to see some sort of value to them before they do anything. All right? And the King of Cups wants to invest in relationship usually, but the King of Cups is 1 foot in, or 9 fingers in, and there's one not really in there. There is, because they protect their heart, they're very afraid of being hurt, so they keep something for themselves, which is all right for people to do. But unlike the Queen of Cups, who is all in, they're all in, you know what I mean? And they will move to another country with you. They'll have a family, let you make the decisions, that sort of thing. And the King of Cups is like that too, but there's something that they don't invest in. They're almost all in, but there's something reserved for them. Okay. It's not a bad trait. We all have positive and negatives, and it's okay to be like that. You don't have to give everything you are to a relationship, but that's the thing about the King of Cups. So in the future, so 2 5s. I think you had, where was that? I guess you only had the 1 5 up there. Oh, geez, I forgot about the cards that jumped out for you. I'll get back to that. Okay, let me finish this first. So there's the 5 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 5 of Cups. So there's something lost here. I'm going to tell you. There is something lost. All right. There is also temptation. The lovers represents a choice and temptation. We're tempted away from our path that we're currently on, whatever path this is. Okay, you have to decide. And someone feels left out in the cold. Someone feels like they're not being considered in their decision. They haven't been invited along. Oh, look at there's two fives on the thing right now. And in the Five of Cups, there's regret in some way. Feels like someone feels like they've ruined everything. They've upset everything. They've been selfish, and I don't think anyone intends to hurt anyone. And this may not even be in your relationship. It might be in someone else's relationship, but somehow you're involved. I feel like I'm feeling three-party situation here, okay? And I feel like if this is a lover situation, whatever this is, the people are not going to stick to it. They're going to go back to the people they were with. Okay. So this could be a one time thing. Um, whatever it is, because, like I said, it's temptation. So whatever you're tempted with is temporary, I feel like. Okay. It's temporary. You you better be careful with this because you could really hurt somebody, or you. Okay, whatever this energy is. Because the thing I'm going to tell you, if it's about relationship, it means that you or them are unsatisfied with the status quo. There's something not right. There's something missing in some way. Um, and you need to explore that and fix it or accept it, because you don't want to get into this kind of stuff, okay? So there's a choice where you could regret your decision, and or they do. And so then you're going to go back to thinking, what do I do now? What do I do now? I just pulled out two more cups because I was just so curious. I had to know. Well, I've got to tell you, you and them realize you have options. You can stay and work on it because there is love there. There definitely is. Even though something's happened, it doesn't mean that someone fooled around on you. It could just be a decision about something else, that you don't agree with, or you think, well, geez, they didn't even ask me. They just went ahead and did it. I mean, I'm not considered. What about what I want? It could be something like that. But anyway, you both realize you have options. You have options together and you have options apart. So now you got to decide if you want to work on it or not. And I'm going to tell you, you do. The Six of Cups is steps in love. It's, you think about the good times and everything that you've enjoyed together and everything good about the relationship. It's reflection, right? And you know that there's value there. There's emotional value there. You trust them. You see eye to eye with this person. I don't know whatever happened, but I think you can get it back and what you had. Work on what you had. Okay. This could be your kid. This could be your work person you work with, your boss. It could be anybody, any relationship in your life where, um, someone made a bad decision and you found out or they found out. And so now you got to put the time and energy in. So actually, what jumped out before I even cut the deck were these three cards. This is interesting here too. So you have the Page of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, and you have the Ace of Swords. Remember I told you I felt like it was third party situation, and I do. Whoever it is in the relationship, I think that there's 3 involved, and you're going to find out, or they're going to find out about a third person. So this third person, like I said, could be dealing with your kid, with your who you work with your neighbor. I don't know, but you're finding out some sort of truth. Okay. You're also, the Ace of Swords is also about peace, a peace offering, wanting to start again, wanting to be honest, wanting something pure and honest. And you want honesty out of this situation. I know you do, because Sag, that's what you hold that in high regard. Okay. You could also get an offer from someone, a proposal. You could get engaged. This also means that, because the Ace of Swords is quite often the document, that's something in writing, a contract, an agreement, that you sign your name to. So there's possibility of some sort of proposal here. Could be marriage proposal, could be a proposal between friends, going into like doing something a little more serious together, or 3 friends, I feel like there's an initial celebration in these cards here, and it's about something growing together. So very, 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 very interesting. So did I pull out these cards? I thought I had already. Well, I don't see them. Well, I better do them now then. So these are the really cool cards that my friend Ness sent me, from or she brought them to me personally. Actually, she came over and visited from Luxembourg, and gifted me these cards. And the cool thing about them, they're from the old way, where there's no numbers on them. In the cartomancy. Cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards, if you don't know. And I've been doing this. Whoa, there are your cards. Now I got to find that other one. It just went on the floor. Where did you go? I'm positive one fell on the floor. Did it fall on me? Oh, is that it? I was sure I heard one fall. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. All right. 4 of diamonds. Okay. So this is a decision. This is a pause that we take, and it could be a financial decision. You need to figure out which direction. There's some sort of doubt, and so that's why you're taking a pause. You're considering what's best for you. Okay. That is going to bug me now. I'm going to have to move everything and look all over the place for that. And watch, there won't be anything. But I don't know why I thought I heard something flying onto the floor. I'll look behind me. This could be 4 months from now. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, because it usually when cards fall on the floor, they're time cards. They have something to do with time. There's a lot of cards here about focusing on a certain direction, deciding what direction you're going to go to. This one could, like I said, be involved with financial. Come on. Ooh, there's one. Give me a couple of cards here. Tell me for Saggy. October 2024. Okay, there we go. There's a couple. So 4 of diamonds, 6 of hearts. So this is probably a decision in love, taking steps in love. And this is 6 of hearts is about growing the relationship, working on the relationship, working together, taking steps in relationship. So you could be taking a relationship to the next level. So if you've just met, you might decide to keep seeing each other for one thing, become a couple, or you could be deciding to move in together. You could be deciding to get engaged or getting married or whatever. You're taking it to a new level. Seven of Clubs and the Eight of Diamonds. So there's something that worries you here, though, and it's to do with communication. Okay. You could be having money talks. If you're going to get engaged or getting married, someone may want a prenup. They want to talk about what happens if it doesn't work out. We want to be fair about it. So you might be talking about a prenup in some way. I feel like this is money talk, communication, working something out that you might be a little bit concerned about. This also could be just in another relationship, with a friend, or someone has made you their heir, like, so, and so you want to talk with them about how this works. You have to sit down, and could be even a meeting, and you're talking about the financials of something. Okay, sounds to me. I have a feeling this person trusts you, loves you, and I do think you move ahead with this person, okay? Whatever this relationship is to you. So this is very interesting here. Very interesting indeed. These kings could also be queens, could be female energy, where you're learning, working, who you're connecting with at this time. But it is earth energy and cup energy. There's a strong earth energy indication. So Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo person. And the King of Cups energy could be Scorpio, Cancer, or, wow, I have a hard time with that, Pisces. So water energy. One person I feel like is really focused on here and now and what's today. And the other person is always dreaming, looking to the future, thinking about the greener grass and what if, and is very kind of dreamy sort of thing. So it's a good combination, because one's the stable, one's the root, the rock that keeps the other one grounded, perhaps. And the other one lifts the water energy, really lifts that earth energy to make plans, to do things, to move, because earth energy's slow. They're slow, and they think, and they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about it, well, we'll see, and they take a long time to make their move, where water energy is just flowing all the time, moving with it and going with it, and always thinking about moving. So it might be a really good combination, this friendship, this business relationship, this love relationship. Okay. I feel like some sort of deal is going to be signed here. There is a business deal, a love deal, something like that. And I would suggest that you read everything so you know what you're getting into, and you're not later thinking, what? I'm supposed to do that? What do you mean? So really have a look at what you're agreeing to, okay? Anyway, it all looks really, really good. One of the big messages here is that you are moving into something new. You're going through a doorway for sure. There's a new beginning. Take time to think about it and consider what you're doing. And also appreciate what you have. It could be easily lost with one wrong decision. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys in October. Oh, so I did say about, October being the 10 and the 1 and then going in the new direction and through the doorway and something new, because I think you're ready. But anyway, talk about new. So I ran into a friend at the secondhand store, and about a week later, she contacted me and she said, "Oh, I've just taken this course on past life regression." And I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Could you be one of my people I practice on? I have to do this to so many people to get my practical part of my course." And I said, "Sure, I'd love to." And I didn't even really know what it entailed. I thought it probably was hypnosis. So anyway, she came over, she hypnotized me. She took me back, 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 back. And then she said, "You're in a hallway that's full of doors as far as the eye can see, doors on either side. And pick one, just go with whatever door calls to you." And so I go through the door, and I go down this path. I'm in a canyon, and you don't know this stuff until she's asking you. You just don't see everything, the whole thing. It appears as you're going, as you're moving into it, and you don't know how but you know. And anyway, so I'm going down this path, and at the end there's a cave, and I go in the cave, and there are two ape type people. They're part ape, part people, like Neanderthals in a way. And they're sitting around this fire. And she said, "Well, who are these people?" And I said, "I think they're my parents." And so it's like, "These are my parents. Oh my God, like we are going back in time here." And they're there to give me knowledge and healing, and so I can go out and help other people. And she said, "Well, how do you help other people? Do you give sermons or something?" I said, "No, no, no, just as they come along. It's random. Just whoever comes into my path, I try and help with what I now know." And I was a man in this life, in this particular life, because each doorway is a possible life that you have experienced in your whole time of being in this universe. And so I went through another doorway as well, and it was completely different than the first doorway. I was a woman in the second doorway, and it was like the 14th century. And I've got to tell you, like, it was so neat because, like I said, when I was walking through the door, I had an image in my head of what this was possibly going to be, and it was nothing like that. As she started asking me questions, it would reveal itself, and some parts of me learned why I do and who I am in this, because I think there's fragments of each of those lives that you still carry in you now. Has to do with who you are and the reason you love doing this, and you don't really favor that, not too good at that. There's fragments of all those things. And it was just amazing. I got to tell you, I am just hooked. I loved it. So now I am taking the training as well. I just signed up. I haven't really begun yet because I'm trying to, sign off on everything else I'm doing, get that completed. And so that I can really focus myself. And when I've completed this course, I'll let you know. And if you want to try it, I would be happy to do it, but I got to get the training first. I'm going to put in the description box. I've forgotten to do that for the other two videos, so I got to go back and do it. The woman that I went to, and she's just finished her training as well. And I've had a very good experience with her. Her name is Thelma. And I had a very good experience with her. So if you are very eager and would like to do something right away, you can contact Thelma. She does work full time, so her time is limited right now. But also, I should be done my course in a month or month and a half, and I will be practicing some, learning some, and then ready to delve into it. But I've got to say, it mesmerized me. And you're in control in a way that you can't be told something. Like, she never tried to tell me what was in those doors. She let it unfold for me. She just asked me questions. What do you look like? What do these people look like? What are they telling you? Why are you there? And she asked me the questions. I tell her the picture, the story. And like I said, it was mind-boggling to me that these two lives were so very different, but both very intriguing, and I think complement who I am today. So, and I kind of realized that I've always kind of been this way through all those lives. So I just thought you guys would find that really, really interesting. I would encourage you to give it a whirl with, if there's someone in your neighborhood even that But um, yeah. So anyway, so let me just see who's out there. Metasol, hello there. How you doing? Yeah, it was so interesting. I can't even tell you. And Michelle, thank you very much. It was a fun experience for me. Okay, I will put her information in the description box. Her name is Thelma, and I'll put it just before Love Tink at my final ending comment. I put is Love Tink. And so I'll put it just before that, and I'll include her email. And yeah, it's very, very interesting. So, anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day or evening, depending on where you are and what you're heading into. Um, and I would love to know how this resonates for you. If you want to share, you don't have to. How this resonates for you, or maybe how it resonates later in the month as time goes on and you see how this is working out for you. But there's a lot of successes, happiness, joy, contentment. And I'm kind of glad you're thinking of yourself, of your picture, and you're ready now to move forward. Oh, yes, please, Yvetta, please. Oh, sorry. I get going and talking. Yvetta, please write down your contact info for Reiki, because Yvetta gave me a beautiful Reiki, well, a few beautiful Reiki sections. We did a trade, and it really, really helped clear me. And it was such good timing because I had just gotten into that course, and it was so hard on the head, and it was lovely to have that Reiki before getting into it. It prepared me a lot, cleared me a lot. I had just such good energy going into it, and I realized it was fate. It helped me prepare to go for the work I had to come. So thank you so much, Yvetta. There it is. Insta at Reiki Tree of Life. And she can do remote sessions. Well, that's what hers and I was. Ours was a remote session, and I really, really enjoy it. Yeah, I know you do, Yvetta. Also, put down your email in there, Yvetta, in case people want to contact you. Unless I guess that could be your email. I'm technically retarded, so I'm not positive. Um, anyway, yeah. Thumbs down. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's awesome. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to this doorway you're going through this month. And, just take it slow and enjoy it. Don't pressure yourself too much, okay? Enjoy it, because you have a lot of big decisions and good things to come. I also think sorry, I know there's a possibility that you could be moving. Okay. I know you're moving jobs or moving something for sure, because you have these tens and the aces. So that's that doorway again. So you could be physically moving house, like selling your house and moving, or I don't know where, but that's a possibility. I know there's for sure probably in your career, but you could be moving house too. Okay. All right. Mwah. Love you, babies. Take care.